You are fast asleep when suddenly a sharp twisting pain grabs your calf and pulls you out of bed. You sit upright in the dark, rubbing your leg, your heart pounding, wondering why this keeps happening. You try to stretch to walk it off, but the muscle stays clenched like it is locked in place. You breathe through the pain, wait for it to pass, and hope tonight will be the last time. But if you are over 60, chances are it will come back again and again. Leg cramps do not just steal your sleep, they steal your peace. They make you dread bedtime. They make your body feel fragile when it should feel safe. And worst of all, they make you think there is nothing you can do. But what if that is not true? What if your body is not breaking down but simply missing a few small signals? What if the pain is not random but a message your muscles are trying to send? Tonight, let us listen. Because a few simple choices might be all you need to take your sleep back. Tip 1, use a pillow to help reduce leg cramps overnight. Most people never expect a pillow to fix anything beyond their neck or back, let alone their legs. But the truth is, for many seniors dealing with leg cramps, one small pillow placed in the right spot can change everything. The way your body rests at night affects how your muscles behave even while you sleep. If your legs are positioned the wrong way for hours, that silent tension can build up and trigger a cramp without warning. As we get older, our joints stiffen and our muscles recover more slowly. What used to feel comfortable might now be the very thing keeping you in pain. You might not notice anything while you sleep, but your body keeps score. Every stretch, every twist, every awkward angle builds up until suddenly in the middle of the night the pain explodes, and all you can do is wait for it to stop. But what if that pain could be prevented before it even begins? Sleep specialists have found that sleeping position is closely linked to nighttime muscle spasms. When your legs stay extended too straight or cross over each other, the muscles in your calves and thighs can become overstretched. Your nervous system senses this as danger and reacts with a powerful contraction to protect the muscle. That contraction is the cramp. It is not random. It is your body trying to fix an imbalance in the worst way possible. Now, here comes the simple part. If you sleep on your side, place a soft pillow between your knees. This small adjustment aligns your hips and keeps your legs from crossing in ways that strain your muscles. The pillow creates a gentle buffer, letting your thighs and calves rest in a neutral supported position. You will barely notice the difference at first, but your muscles will. If you prefer sleeping on your back, try placing a pillow under your knees instead. This slight bend in your legs reduces tension in your lower back and keeps your calf muscles from pulling tight during the night. It also improves circulation, allowing your blood to flow more freely and your muscles to relax more deeply. You do not need a special orthopedic pillow to make this work. Just choose something firm enough to hold its shape, but soft enough to feel comfortable against your skin. A small couch cushion, folded blanket, or even a rolled towel can do the job. What matters most is the position, not the price tag. Give it a few nights. Try this adjustment for 3 or 4 evenings in a row and notice how your body responds. Many people report fewer leg cramps after just 1 week. Some find the cramps stop completely. Others notice they sleep deeper and wake up without that familiar ache in their hips or thighs. And if you are someone who also deals with lower back pain or hip stiffness, this trick can bring double the relief. It is easy to overlook something as small as a pillow. But when you think about how much time your body spends in one position during the night, it starts to make sense. A small shift in posture can prevent hours of pain. So tonight, before you crawl under the covers, look at where your legs are resting. Give them a little extra support. Because sometimes the first step to stopping leg cramps is not a supplement or a stretch. It is simply learning how to let your body rest the right way. Tip 2, rubbing magnesium on your feet is more effective than taking medicine. You have probably heard that magnesium helps with leg cramps. Maybe someone told you to take a supplement before bed. Maybe you even tried it. But if you are like many people over 60, you might have been left wondering why the pills did not work as expected. The reason has nothing to do with your willpower. It has everything to do with how your body absorbs nutrients as it ages. When you swallow a magnesium pill, it travels through your stomach and into your small intestine. That is where most of the absorption happens. But here is the issue. As we get older, our digestive systems slow down. The lining of the intestine becomes less efficient. Even if the label says 400 milligrams, your body might only absorb a fraction of that. And for some people, high doses can upset the stomach or cause loose stools, which makes sticking with it even harder. Now, here is what most people do not realize. Magnesium does not need to go through your stomach to help your muscles. In fact, it works better when it goes straight to the source. That is where magnesium oil comes in. This is not a fancy oil like olive or coconut. It is a water-based solution of magnesium chloride that you rub directly onto your skin. And yes, it works. When you spray or massage magnesium oil onto your calves, thighs, or feet, the mineral bypasses your gut entirely. Instead, it is absorbed directly through your skin into the tissue where your muscles live. This method is called transdermal delivery and is a game changer for anyone whose digestive system is not what it used to be. The magnesium goes where it is needed most without getting lost along the way. What does magnesium actually do for your muscles? Think of it as the off switch. When your muscles contract, they use calcium to fire, but to relax, they need magnesium. If there is not enough magnesium present, the muscle cannot fully release. That means it stays tight, twitchy, and prone to sudden cramps. Replenishing magnesium helps restore the natural rhythm between tension. It helps your muscles feel supported, not stuck. You might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true, but the science backs it up. In 2019, researchers at the University of Sheffield conducted a study with adults who suffered from frequent leg cramps at night. Half the group rubbed a 5% magnesium chloride solution into their legs every night. The other half used a placebo that looked and felt the same. After just 2 weeks, the magnesium group reported 31% fewer cramps. And when cramps did occur, they were shorter and less painful. There were no digestive issues, no drug interactions, just calmer muscles and better sleep. So how do you use it? It is simple. About 30 minutes before bed, take a coin-sized amount of magnesium oil in your hand and rub it gently over the areas where you tend to cramp. Focus on your calves, the backs of your thighs, or even your feet. Use slow circular motions and let the massage increase blood flow while the magnesium begins to absorb. If you feel a slight tingle at first, do not worry. That sensation usually fades after a few nights. Leave the bottle by your nightstand so you do not forget. Consistency is more important than perfection. Most people in the Sheffield study noticed real changes after 5 nights. So give your body at least a full week before you decide whether it is helping. This habit takes less than 2 minutes, but it can lead to hours of uninterrupted sleep free from sudden jolts of pain. No more sitting on the edge of the bed in the dark waiting for your muscle to let go. No more feeling powerless, just a small act of care that works with your body, not against it. If you are tired of trying supplements that upset your stomach or do not seem to do anything, this might be your missing piece. Magnesium oil gives your muscles what they need where they need it, and when your muscles feel supported, your whole night changes. Now that we have looked at how to feed your muscles from the outside in, let us turn to another important piece. The one thing you may have been told to avoid for years, but which your muscles quietly need every single day. Tip 3, salt can cause your night cramps. You have probably been told for years to cut back on salt. Maybe your doctor warned you about blood pressure. Maybe you started cooking without it or buying low sodium everything. And while those changes can help, in some cases, they might also be causing something unexpected. Because if you are over 60 and dealing with leg cramps, removing too much salt from your diet may actually make things worse. Let us break this down. Salt is not just about flavor. It is made up of sodium, which is one of the body's most important electrolytes. Your nerves use sodium to send signals. Your muscles use those signals to know when to move and when to rest. Without enough sodium, those messages start to misfire. That is when cramps, spasms, or strange muscle twitches begin to show up out of nowhere. You do not have to take our word for it. According to the American Heart Association, adults need at least 500 milligrams of sodium per day just to maintain proper nerve and muscle function. That is not much. It is about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. But here is what often happens. Seniors trying to be extra careful go far below that. No salt added at the table, no salty broth. And when that's combined with water pills, heavy sweating, or drinking a lot of plain water, sodium levels in the blood can drop dangerously low. This condition is called hyponatremia. And one of its main symptoms is, you guessed it, leg cramps. The muscles seize up because they are no longer getting the right instructions from your nervous system. They are confused, tired, and unbalanced, and yet no one talks about this as a cause. Most people blame aging, dehydration, or overuse. But sometimes it is a missing mineral, not a missing habit. So what can you do about it? First, do not go grab a bag of chips or pour soy sauce all over your dinner. That is not the kind of sodium your body needs. What you can do is add a small pinch of natural sea salt to your food. Maybe a little in your soup, maybe a sprinkle over roasted vegetables. Nothing extreme, just a touch to help your body find balance again. You can also start noticing how you feel after those meals. Did your legs feel calmer at bedtime? Did you sleep through the night without waking up in pain? Some people report their leg cramps lessen or disappear when they return to a healthy sodium level. Of course, if you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, or take medications that affect fluid balance, talk to your doctor first. But for many people who have cut salt too low without medical need, bringing back just a little can make a big difference. Here is one more tip. If you sweat a lot during the day, whether from walking, gardening, or just hot weather, consider sipping something with electrolytes in the evening. That might be a homemade lemon water with a pinch of sea salt or a small serving of low-sugar electrolyte powder mixed into your water. It does not have to be fancy. It just has to work with your body's real needs. Salt is not the enemy. Imbalance is. And when your body is out of balance, it speaks through symptoms like cramps, tension, or fatigue. Listening to that quiet signal and responding with a pinch of what you actually need can make all the difference. Now that we have talked about salt, let's turn to another habit that often gets overlooked. Something so simple we rarely question it. And yet it might be making your cramps worse without you realizing it. Tip 4, drinking water right to prevent leg cramps. You have heard it over and over again. Drink more water. Stay hydrated. It sounds like the perfect advice. And yes, hydration is important, but what most people never realize is that drinking too much plain water, especially after 60, can actually trigger leg cramps. That's right. Something you do to feel better might be quietly making things worse. Let us start with something simple. Your body is made up of about 60% water, but it is not just water. It is water with minerals like sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. These minerals, known as electrolytes, help your muscles contract and relax smoothly. They allow nerves to communicate. They keep your heart rhythm steady. And when those minerals get diluted even slightly, your body starts to struggle. Now imagine this. You spend the day drinking glass after glass of plain water. You think you are doing the right thing. But in reality, every sip without electrolytes is watering down the minerals your muscles need to function. It's like trying to power a light bulb with half the electricity. It flickers, it fails, it twitches. That twitch becomes a cramp. A study published in BMJ Open Sport and Exercise Medicine looked at athletes who drank only water during long events. Many of them developed muscle cramps not from dehydration, but from losing too much sodium through sweat and failing to replace it. And while you may not be running marathons, the principle still applies. Seniors lose minerals through daily activities, diuretics, and even excessive sweating from heat or certain medications. Drinking only plain water in those situations can throw your system off balance. So what can you do instead? Start by listening to your body, not the 8 glasses a day rule. That number was never meant for everyone. Sip water gradually throughout the day instead of gulping it down all at once. This allows your body to absorb fluids better and reduces strain on your kidneys. Next, cut back in the evening. Drinking a lot of water after dinner often leads to 2 problems. First, it increases the chance you will wake up at 2 a.m. for a bathroom trip. That interruption alone can trigger tension in your legs and lead to a cramp. Second, it may dilute your mineral levels at the exact time your body is trying to rest, repair, and reset. Instead of chugging water before bed, focus on balanced hydration earlier in the day. You can also enhance your water with a small pinch of mineral-rich sea salt or an unsweetened electrolyte powder during midday. This gives your body the minerals it needs without the sugar or caffeine that often come with sports drinks. If you enjoy herbal teas, try ones like ginger or chamomile during the evening. They hydrate gently without pushing your body too hard or flushing out minerals. And if you find yourself sweating more than usual or feeling unusually thirsty, that may be your body asking for electrolytes, not just plain fluids. Here's a simple routine you can try. In the morning, drink a glass of water with a squeeze of lemon and a tiny pinch of sea salt. At lunch, sip another glass with your meal. In the afternoon, if you're outdoors or taking medications that increase urination, add a small amount of electrolyte powder to one of your drinks, then slow down your fluid intake after dinner. It does not take much to restore balance, just small adjustments to when and how you hydrate. And for many people, this change alone has dramatically reduced nighttime leg cramps. No more waking up in pain, no more rubbing your calves in the dark, just peaceful, supported sleep. Remember, your body is not just asking for water, it is asking for water with wisdom. And when you give it the right combination, it knows how to heal. So now that we have addressed how you sleep, how you nourish, and how you hydrate, there is just one more tool left to explore. It is simple, it is quiet, and for many seniors, it is the one that brings everything together. Tip 5, 5-minute stretching exercise before bed that will change everything. You do not need to be flexible, you do not need to be fit, and you do not need a yoga mat. What you need is 5 quiet minutes, a chair or a bed, and a willingness to listen to your body. Because sometimes the most powerful way to stop leg cramps is not with a supplement, but with a stretch. As we get older, our muscles naturally become shorter, stiffer, and more reactive. We sit more, we move less. And the muscles in your calves, thighs, and hips start to act like rubber bands pulled too tight. One small movement during sleep, a roll, a twist, a stretch, and snap. That's when the cramp hits. But here's the good news. Stretching resets that tension before it turns into pain. In 2020, researchers publishing in the journal BMC Geriatrics studied older adults with nighttime cramps. They gave one group a short stretching routine to do 3 times a day after breakfast, after lunch, and before bed. After just 4 weeks, that group reported up to 60% fewer leg cramps. And these were not athletes or physical therapy patients. They were people just like you. So how does it work? Stretching improves circulation, gently retrains the muscle fibers, and tells your nervous system that everything is safe. It signals calm. It tells your brain to stop bracing for pain. And best of all, it helps you sleep deeper by relaxing both the body and the mind. You do not need to memorize a complicated routine. Just focus on 3 simple muscle groups: the calves, the back of the thighs, hamstrings, and the front of the thighs, quadriceps. That's where most nighttime cramps begin. Start by sitting on the edge of your bed or a sturdy chair. Extend one leg straight, heel on the floor, toes pointing up. Lean forward gently until you feel a stretch behind your calf and lower thigh. Hold for 30 seconds while breathing deeply. Switch legs and repeat. Next, stand beside the bed or chair for balance. Bend one knee, bringing your heel toward your buttocks. Hold your ankle with your hand or use a strap if needed. You should feel a stretch in the front of your thigh. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch sides. If standing is hard, you can also lie on your side and gently bend one knee behind you while keeping your spine neutral. There is no perfect position. There is only what works gently and safely for you. If you cannot do all 3 stretches, just do 1 tonight. Then try 2 tomorrow. Let the habit grow slowly. What matters most is consistency, not intensity. You are not trying to become flexible. You are giving your muscles a chance to unwind. And here's something else. These 5 minutes of quiet movement are also 5 minutes of peace. A moment to pause, to breathe, to reconnect with your body in a way that feels kind and helpful. For many people, it becomes a favorite part of the evening. Stretching is not about performance. It is about permission. You are giving your body permission to let go of tension, to stop holding on to fear, to rest. And when your muscles rest, your sleep returns. Now that we have stretched and supported your legs, there is just one final piece left, a gentle message of hope to carry you into the night. You deserve peaceful sleep, not just on lucky nights, but every night. No more jolting awake in pain. No more rubbing your legs in the dark, waiting for the tension to ease. No more fear that your body is betraying you, because now you have tools. You know how to rest your legs with the right pillow. You understand how magnesium oil can calm the muscles directly. You see that salt is not the enemy, but a silent helper. You have learned how to hydrate with wisdom, not just habit. And you have 5 quiet minutes to stretch, unwind, and reconnect with your strength. You do not need to fix everything at once. Just start with 1 change tonight. Then listen to your body. Let it show you what works. Be patient, be gentle, and keep going. If even one part of this helped you, leave a comment and share your story. And if you want more simple, science-backed advice like this, hit subscribe, because your body is worth caring for. And your rest is worth reclaiming.